and they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Kennedy sliding out of the pocket. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, Kennedy, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Justin Houston in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one's not close, not even close. Short and to the right, it's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now.
There we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
There we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Ace.
On 1st down, Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they're able to execute it successfully on that play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's Mahomes to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Throwing on first down. Kennedy. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And now here comes Kansas City. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Mahomes to throw on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes now on first down. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes, and that is incomplete here. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can...
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Kennedy. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep. And this is caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jake Butt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are in for 6. That was was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back, because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, try and hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. It is so great, you've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day.
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was cut also by the defense.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Carlos Henderson is deep for Denver. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And Denver getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Steps away to his, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Justin Houston in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. To throw on 3rd down, Kennedy. He'll check this one down to Michel, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Left,
Mahomes will try again on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Derek Wolfe. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mahomes now to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Wolfe able to drop him for a loss of 4.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Looking to throw is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back to Denver right after this. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This is caught. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll toss it to Hunt. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are in for 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D. Ford, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Off the play fake, Kennedy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Now let's go.
Off play action. Kennedy. Over the middle, he finds Henderson complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, Kennedy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
Off the play fake. Kennedy escaping the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing on 3rd and long. Kennedy to Michelle on the dump off. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flush to his right. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. And able to find Conley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Now the ball comes loose. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run again with Hunt. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt, and he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
They get it to him running left. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Charkandrick West, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
On the return is Henderson. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Detroit!
Off play action. Kennedy. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps.
That's caught at the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there for the Broncos on third. 46 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. So they don't get anything out of that completion. I guess when you roll out of the pocket like he did there to the left, if you're going to throw it, you better gain some yardage.
Now, can you just hear the old school coaches right now? You threw it for no yards? They don't want the ball in the air unless something positive is going to happen downfield. In that case, they'd rather have the quarterback try and run it himself. Just take care of the ball. If nothing else, just slide and get down.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
Operating from the gun, Kennedy. Buying time, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. From the gun on 3rd down, Kennedy. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Ace, ace.
On first down, Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now West. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Left.
Welcome back now to Denver. On the ground, it's West again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last says, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards. Here, grind out some yardage. Work on that clock. See if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football. Gain some yardage and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Mahomes going to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude.
Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Kennedy. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go. 3-19.
To throw on 2nd down, Kennedy finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Back to throw. Kennedy. Now he's forced out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Kennedy toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
Back to the air on 2nd down. Kennedy. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. On 3rd down, Kennedy. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead.
Here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, Kennedy. And that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. McManus now for the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Mahomes. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And now running right through it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Here's West. And he stopped immediately there. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. again here with West. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games.
I've been finessing since the 8th grade, but now I'm getting paid just to show face. If you want me, tell that gay. Most my